Now here are today's announcements.
Hello, CMS. What I like to talk about today is how much I appreciate our guidance counselors at CMS. I really appreciate that they are easy to talk to, they're here for our students, and you could walk into their office at any time and feel like you are welcomed here at our school. So that is what I appreciate about them.
What do you appreciate about Miss Tobias?
I appreciate that she's very helpful and nice.
What do you appreciate about Mrs. Tobias?
That she helped me with my schedule last year.
What do you appreciate about Mrs. Tobias?
She has amazing hair. Okay, right? And she's a very amazing and fun person to talk to, and she always helps us with our problems. And yeah.
What do you appreciate about Mrs. Tobias?
She's really sweet.
She's really understanding, and she helps make my schedule better.
I appreciate Mr. Milton because he always has a positive attitude.
I appreciate Mr. Milton because he's enthusiastic.
And he's reassuring.
What do you appreciate about Miss Tobias?
She helps me get my grades up, and she's really nice.
What do you appreciate about Miss Tobias?
She's very helpful.
She's very kind.
What do you appreciate about Miss Tobias?
She's really supportive and very nice.
I appreciate Miss Tobias because she's always there when I need to talk to her.
She's really nice.
She's very respectful.
I appreciate the guidance counselors because it's clear that they are here to help every student in the building and always have their best interest in mind.
They feel like a teacher is having a bad time. They just really want to make sure that everyone is feeling comfortable and safe at school.
I appreciate our guidance counselors for being so level-headed and giving awesome advice to students and to our teachers.
I appreciate Mr. Milton and Mrs. Tobias for all the guidance they give to our CMS students, including when my two children went through here.
One thing I like about Ms. Tobias is how the fact she helps me with my grades and my classes.
One thing I enjoy about the guidance counselors is that they're really understanding and they're really nice.
What I appreciate about our guidance counselors is how we can always depend on them to be there for our students, to support our students, to answer any questions. They're always putting their best interests first, and I don't know if I could do my job effectively without either of them. So thank you, Nate and Casey.
I appreciate them because they care a lot about us.
I still do appreciate them. I appreciate them because they have always helped me, whether if it's Mr. Milton or Mr. Tobias. They both do a great job at their jobs, and I just appreciate them a lot.
I appreciate all the hard work and dedication and time they put into making sure all their students feel safe and welcome and appreciated at the building.
Yes, I appreciate Ms. Tobias because she is very nice and kind.
I appreciate Mrs. Tobias because she is pretty sweet.
What do you appreciate about Mr. Milton?
He's nice, and he always makes sure that we're okay.
This weekend, the junior high wrestling team competed at the 50th anniversary of the Optimist Tournament. Riley LaBelle won her first match with a pin of 1 minute and 28 seconds. Bella Angelo placed third, and Violet Kohler placed fifth in a combined weight class. Bella, being in the lower weight, showed a lot of grit and determination. Finally, Fiona Cody was the champion at 135, winning all of her matches while competing an elbow injury and falls in 49 seconds and 1 minute and 46 seconds and a tech fall. Congrats to the girls, and this opportunity will continue to grow the sport of wrestling.
Any 8th grade student interested in attending the Career and Technology Field Trip in March, please stop by the guidance office to pick up a permission slip. We will be visiting the Mount Joy campus for approximately an hour.
To the 39 Hempfield students who participated at the LLMEA County Band Festival on Saturday, February 1st at J.P. McCaskey High School. These dedicated musicians spent a full day working with outstanding conductors and then put on an amazing performance in the evening.
Madeline Miller playing the flute, Susie McCooey playing the bassoon, Quinn Schonauer playing the clarinet, Aliana Carrera playing the clarinet, Grayson Brandt playing the French horn, Liam Mosky playing the trombone, Darian Freiberg playing the trombone, Emily George playing the baritone, and Ishan Subidi playing percussion.
The Minutemen teachers want to recognize 2 Minutemen as Magnificent Minutemen this week. These students were selected because they consistently demonstrated the Minutemen P words: prepared, punctual, positive, polite, persistent, and productive. Congratulations to Isabella Patoshny and Wyatt Smith.
Attention students, get ready for Muma's Math Minute Monday. Every Monday, a math problem will be presented on WCMS. Think you've got the answer? Write it down, show your work, and make sure to include your first and last name and drop it in the box outside the main office before the end of the day. Each week, Dr. Ruman will draw from the submissions and announce a lucky winner. Get your pencils ready and let's see those math skills in action.
All right, good morning, Centerville Middle School. Sorry that I wasn't able to present the problem yesterday. There was a lot going on with the ice and some late buses and late teachers, so thanks for being flexible with me. Last week's word problem was a ladder is leaning against a wall with the base of the ladder 9 feet away from the wall and the top of the ladder reaching 12 feet up the wall. How long is the ladder? So I always like to draw a picture. I'm envisioning a house. We have a ladder. Here, and here's the ground. Now, the ladder with the ground and the house makes a right triangle. And what we know is that the base of the ladder is 9 feet away from the base of the house. And that the ladder reaches up 12 feet up the wall. So, I don't know if you can see that better. What we want to do is find the length of the ladder. Well, in this right triangle, the two sides that make the right angle are called the legs of the right triangle. And we know the lengths of the two legs, and we want to find the length of the hypotenuse. So we're going to use a formula called the Pythagorean theorem, and that was provided on the slide. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared is our Pythagorean theorem. A and b represent the legs, so I'm going to plug in 9 and 12 in for a and b. Many of my 8th grade students have the squares memorized, so 9 squared you should know is 81. 12 squared is 144. We add them together and we get 100 when we add them together, what do we get? 225, To solve this equation, you want to take the square root of both sides. The square root of 225 is both positive and negative 15. But since this is a word problem and we're asking for the length of the ladder, a ladder can't be negative 15 feet long. So my answer would be that the ladder is positive 15 feet long. I want to say positive, 15 feet long. All right, so those students head down to the office for a piece of candy. Adeline Carton, Bryn High, Gianna Gendy, Lily Over, Oriana Limerick, Sailor Geiger, and Bella Angelo. Those of you who submitted answers, you got to always label your answers correctly and show all of your work if you would like to get a piece of candy. This week's problem deals with angle relationships. We have 2 parallel lines. And those lines are cut by a transversal, creating an angle that's 70 degrees and 110 degrees. And we're asking what are the measurements of the other angles. Again, make sure you label your angles with a degree sign when you submit your answer. I hope to get a lot of submissions this week. Good luck, Centerville Middle School.
Today's lunch is chicken fajita or chicken tenders.
Today's weather is sunny with a high of 46 and a low of 28. Tomorrow's weather is cloudy with a high of 33 and a low of 25.
Remember, we are CMS. See, choose to be safe, and make responsible decisions and show respect. Have a Turning Point Tuesday.